Number 1. This is one of the final images of Scott Adams, the creator of the iconic comic strip Dilbert, during his last Coffee with Scott Adams live stream on January 12, 2026. The 68-year-old author and commentator is seen engaging with his audience one last time, maintaining his simultaneous sip ritual despite his advanced illness. Adams had revealed months earlier that he was battling metastatic prostate cancer that had spread to his bones, leaving him paralyzed from the waist down and struggling with heart failure. In this final episode, labeled episode 3070, he remained of sound mind, discussing his talent stack and preparing his followers for what he called a month of transition. Famous for satirizing the absurdities of white-collar office culture, Dilbert was syndicated in over 2,000 newspapers at its peak. In his later years, Adams pivoted to social and political commentary, often sparking intense debate before his strip was widely cancelled in 2023. Scott Adams passed away peacefully at his home in Pleasanton, California, the very next morning, on January 13, 2026. His legacy remains a complex mix of groundbreaking corporate satire and his tireless, often controversial quest to deconstruct human persuasion. Number 2. This is the final self-portrait of Rina Palenkova, a 17-year-old student from Ushuriysk, Russia, taken on November 23, 2015, moments before she took her own life. In the photo, Rina is seen standing near a railway track, wearing a black scarf over her face and showing her middle finger to the camera with the caption, "Naya, bye." Shortly after capturing this image, she placed her head on the tracks in front of an oncoming freight train. Her death became a viral sensation across Eastern European social media, particularly on the platform VKontakte, where her image was romanticized by vulnerable youth. Tragically, her death became a catalyst for the spread of suicide cults and online challenges, such as the Blue Sea and later the Blue Devil/Blue Whale phenomena, which targeted struggling teenagers in Slavic countries. While the direct link between her and a coordinated game remains a subject of intense investigation and debate, her image remains a haunting symbol of the digital age's impact on mental health. Rina's story serves as a somber reminder of the need for better mental health support and internet safety for young people worldwide. Number 3. This is one of the last known photos of Toby Keith, the country music icon and Big Dog Daddy, taken on January 25, 2024, while spending time with his family. The 62-year-old singer appears lean but remarkably spirited, wearing a simple hoodie and cap as he shares a quiet moment with his loved ones. Despite his frail appearance, he had spent his final months doing exactly what he loved, performing a string of sold-out shows in Las Vegas and expressing deep gratitude for his decades-long career. Behind the scenes, he had been fighting an arduous 3-year battle with stomach cancer, undergoing grueling rounds of chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery after his diagnosis in late 2021. Known for his booming voice and unabashed patriotism, Keith's legacy includes 20 #1 hits and a reputation for being one of the most successful songwriters in the genre. He lived out his final days with the same grace and courage his family later cited, passing away peacefully just 11 days after this photo was taken, on February 5, 2024. His music remains a staple of American culture, embodying a spirit of resilience and pride that continues to inspire millions. Number 4. This is one of the last known photographs of Eric Wright, famously known as Eazy-E, taken on February 18, 1995, during a night out in Hollywood. The 30-year-old godfather of gangsta rap is seen looking relatively healthy and in high spirits, appearing with friends just weeks before his condition would take a sudden and tragic turn. At the time this photo was captured, Eazy-E was reportedly unaware that he had contracted HIV, attributing his recent breathing difficulties and persistent cough to recurring asthma. However, just days after this image was taken, his lungs collapsed, and he was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where he received the devastating diagnosis that his illness had already progressed to AIDS. Eazy-E used his final days to deliver a powerful message of awareness, releasing a statement through his attorney to warn his thousands of young fans that this thing is real. He married his longtime girlfriend, Tamika Woods, in the hospital and made peace with former NWA rivals before passing away from AIDS-induced pneumonia on March 26, 1995. His death sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, breaking the stigma surrounding the disease and cementing his legacy as a fearless pioneer who helped bring West Coast rap to the global stage. Number 5. This is one of the final public photographs of George H.W. Bush, the 41st President of the United States, taken on October 7, 2018, at his family compound in Kennebunkport, Maine. The 94-year-old patriarch is seen in a wheelchair, smiling broadly while being embraced by his granddaughter, Barbara Bush, on her wedding day. The ceremony was intentionally kept intimate and expedited so that the former president could attend while he was still feeling good. Dressed in a suit with a festive tie, he watched as his son, George W. Bush, walked Barbara down the aisle. The bride notably wore a sentimental, something borrowed, a bracelet that her grandfather had given to her grandmother, the late Barbara Bush, on their 70th wedding anniversary. In his final years, the former president battled vascular Parkinson's syndrome, a condition that had confined him to a wheelchair for several years but never dampened his spirit of service or his love for his family. He had lost his wife of 73 years just 7 months prior, in April 2018. George H.W. Bush passed away peacefully at his home in Houston on November 30, 2018, exactly 54 days after this photo was taken. His final words were, "I love you, too," spoken to his son over the phone, concluding a life defined by public service, wartime heroism, and deep-rooted family values. Number 6. This is one of the last known photographs of JonBenét Ramsey, taken on Christmas Day, 1996, just hours before her life was tragically cut short. The 6-year-old is seen dressed in a festive holiday outfit, standing in front of her family's Christmas tree in Boulder, Colorado. To the world, she was known as a vibrant and talented child who participated in numerous youth beauty pageants, but to her family, she was a beloved daughter and sister. This image captures a final, fleeting moment of childhood joy during what should have been a season of celebration. Tragedy struck the following morning, December 26, 1996, when her family reported her missing and later discovered her body in the basement of their home. Her passing sparked one of the most high-profile and debated cold cases in American history, leading to decades of investigations and media scrutiny. Despite the passage of time, the mystery surrounding her death remains a somber chapter in true crime history. Her memory endures through the ongoing efforts to find answers and the collective hope for eventual justice. Number 7. This is the last photo ever taken of the Navy SEAL reconnaissance team that would soon perish during Operation Red Wings in the Kunar province of Afghanistan in late June 2005. The 4 elite operators are seen standing together in the rugged terrain, geared for their mission to track a high-level Taliban leader. From left to right, Michael Murphy, Danny Dietz, Marcus Luttrell, the only survivor, and Matthew Axelson. Following a fierce firefight against an overwhelmingly large insurgent force, 3 of these men would lose their lives in the mountains. The tragedy deepened when a MH-47 Chinook helicopter, sent to rescue them, was shot down by a rocket-propelled grenade, killing all 16 Special Operations personnel on board. This mission resulted in one of the deadliest days in the history of U.S. naval special warfare. Despite the loss, the story became a symbol of incredible brotherhood and sacrifice, later immortalized in the book and film Lone Survivor. Marcus Luttrell, the third man from the right, was the sole American to emerge from the ordeal, saved by the local Pashtun villagers who protected him under the code of Pashtunwali. Number 8. This is one of the last known photographs of 14-year-old Everly Livingston and 11-year-old Alidya Livingston, who are aboard American Airlines Flight 5342 on January 29, 2025. The sisters, known affectionately as the Ice Skating Sisters, are seen together at the U.S. Figure Skating National Development Camp in Wichita, Kansas. Everly, a talented intermediate skater, and Alidya, a dedicated ice dancer, were returning home to Northern Virginia with their parents, Donna and Peter Livingston, after a successful week on the ice. In this final image, they appear proud and joyful, wearing their event credentials, a testament to their hard work and rising status in the figure skating community. Tragedy struck as their flight made its final approach to Reagan National Airport. The regional jet collided mid-air with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter over the Potomac River, resulting in the loss of all 67 people aboard both aircraft. The Livingstons perished alongside several other members of their skating club and 2 legendary world champion coaches. Today, their legacy is honored through the Everly and Alidia Livingston Dream Fund, which supports young skaters in pursuing the same dreams the sisters were so passionately following. Number 9. This is the final public photograph of the legendary actress and 1960s icon Raquel Welch, captured in July 2022 in Beverly Hills. The 81-year-old star is seen dressed in a casual white t-shirt, black jeans, and a baseball cap, maintaining a low profile while out for a walk. Though she had largely stepped away from the spotlight in her later years, this rare sighting showed her appearing calm as she visited a beauty salon for a manicure and pedicure. For decades, Welch was celebrated as one of Hollywood's most enduring bombshells, but she spent much of her career fighting to be recognized for her wit, business savvy, and acting talent. Known globally for her breakout role in 1 Million Years BC, 1966, Welch appeared in over 30 films and 50 television series, eventually winning a Golden Globe for The Three Musketeers. Raquel Welch passed away peacefully at her home in Los Angeles on February 15, 2023, at the age of 82. Her death certificate later revealed she had been privately battling Alzheimer's disease. Her legacy as a trailblazing actress who redefined the modern female action hero continues to inspire generations. Number 10. This is one of the final photographs of Tsar Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia, taken in March 1917 shortly after his forced abdication during the February Revolution. The former Tsar is seen in captivity at Tsarskoye Selo, the imperial residence outside Petrograd, St. Petersburg. Stripped of his titles and authority, he appears remarkably composed, dressed in a simple military uniform without his former imperial regalia. In this image, he is seen engaging in a mundane task, shoveling snow or working in the gardens, a stark contrast to the absolute power he had wielded for over 2 decades. Despite the uncertainty of his future, Nicholas reportedly found a strange sense of relief in the simplicity of manual labor and the quiet moments spent with his family during their house arrest. The abdication of Nicholas II marked the end of the Romanov dynasty, which had ruled Russia for 300 years. Following this period of captivity, the family was moved to Siberia and finally to Ekaterinburg. On the night of July 17, 1918, Nicholas, his wife Alexandra, and their 5 children were executed by Bolshevik revolutionaries. This photograph remains a haunting testament to the fall of an empire and the human face of a monarch caught in the tides of a violent political transformation. Number 11. This is one of the final images of Arya Thorp, a 9-year-old girl from Weston-super-Mare, England, released by her family following her tragic death in December 2025. The young girl is seen in a moment of pure childhood joy, wearing Minnie Mouse-style ears and a birthday rosette, surrounded by balloons from her recent 9th birthday celebration. Described by her family as a happy-go-lucky and beautiful innocent soul, Arya was known for her love of singing, dancing, and country music, specifically Dolly Parton's Jolene. She was a vibrant student at Beckett Primary School and had recently celebrated her birthday with a K-pop-themed party just weeks before this photo was taken. Tragedy struck on the evening of December 15, 2025, when Arya was found at her home with a fatal injury. Her sudden passing just 10 days before Christmas devastated the local community and led to an outpouring of grief and support, with a memorial fundraiser reaching over £33,000 to support her family. Arya Thorp passed away at the age of 9, leaving behind a legacy of wacky ways, kindness, and a light that her family says will never truly fade.